everyone, today is going to be the first product review from the Lorac Pirates of the Caribbean collection. If you've watched my haul video, which I'll link down below, you'll see that I did haul the entire collection, so I own it all, but I wanted to break it up into 3 separate videos because, first of all, length. Y'all know I'm very long-winded, and I could sit here and talk about this cheek palette, like who knows how long this video is going to be, and the eyeshadow palette, goodness knows I'll talk about that for 6.5 hours. So in order to keep it shorter, I wanted to make it 3 separate videos, and also just in case someone's like, listen, I know I'm not buying those lipsticks. Let me see about this cheek palette though, you know, so it might be more helpful for y'all. Hopefully that's okay with y'all. Like I said, I do have the whole collection, but I just thought it might be easier. But today's video, as you can obviously tell from the title, we're going to be talking about the cheek palette. So this is only $30 and it is pretty great. So let's just go ahead and talk about it. Obviously, it's from the Lorac Pirates of the Caribbean collection. I read online that this is like the girl's book in the newest video, newest movie. It comes out in May. I need some coffee, y'all. It's early. It comes out in May. So this is like based on her book, and it does, I'll talk about this more when I do the eyeshadow palette, but the cheek palette does slide right inside the eyeshadow palette. And as far as the packaging, I think it's super pretty. Whoops. I mean, like I said, I don't really know. Vera Omnia Celum Astra. I took Latin, but I don't know what that means. And I would say that it doesn't say anything about Pirates of the Caribbean on the back at all, or on the front. So, like, if you forgot what this came from, you wouldn't necessarily know. It also doesn't say Lorac. It says it on the back really small, but it doesn't say Lorac anywhere. So, I mean, like, I'm not opposed to that. I'm just saying, something I noticed, it's super thin and very easy to travel. I don't feel like we wasted any space. We have a giant mirror. And in here, it does say Pirates of the Caribbean. I lied to y'all. And it says on the mirror, chart a course for the stars. And it's just gorgeous. Like, I think the packaging is really good. The inside, it's all like galaxy. I'm going to put this down, but you can hopefully see it's all galaxy themed. We didn't lose any space here. If you want to travel and have a bunch of different options, especially when it comes to highlighters, I think this is a great option. So, there's that. Each of these products, oh no, it's 0.54 ounces, the entire thing. So divided by 6, that's 0.9 ounces in each pan. So we do have 6 pans. Now, upon first impression, so I'm probably going to say this in every one of these videos, so I'm sorry if it gets redundant for y'all. I decided I was buying the Pirates of the Caribbean collection when I heard it was the thing. I hadn't seen anything. I hadn't seen swatches. I didn't know what the inside of any of the palettes looked like. I didn't even know if there were palettes. I knew there was an eyeshadow palette. And I said, I'm buying it. I'm buying the whole collection because I love Johnny Depp. I love Pirates of the Caribbean. I love Disney. I love makeup. I want it. And I know that some people that seems really ridiculous, and I get that. I respect your opinion. Respect mine as well, please. Because I did that with the Alice in Wonderland collection. I said, I want it. I want it all. And I still, to this day, almost a year later, love that. So, that's what I decided. So, I knew I was going to buy it. And then I saw it, and I was like, I think I can use every single one of those shades. I've never bought an Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit or a contour kit. I have a couple. I actually have the Lorac Unzipped Cheek Palette, which has 4 blushes. And then I have a couple of other blush palettes. I have a Benefit one, the Tarina Tarantino one. So I have a few, but I feel like most of the time it's like, I can use 2 of those shades, but the rest of it I can't, so it's going to be wasteful. I feel like for my fair to light skin tone, you could use all of these. Now, if you have a darker complexion, medium, you could probably get away with it. If you have a deep complexion, these highlighters will work. We'll do swatches, don't worry. But I don't know about this blush or this weird shade here. So let's just talk about it. So they have really cute names. If you've watched me, then you know I love the whole package. I love the theme. I love when you go there. You're like, hey, here we are. We're gonna invest it. We're gonna put everything in it. And I feel like for this they did. Now, I can't remember the actress's name, but she is fair. So I think they were kind of thinking These could work on her. But I understand some people that doesn't work on everybody. So this is the first shade, Fortune. And this is a white shimmery highlight. I love a white highlight. I think, and look at that. Just look. It is what's on my, like, the very tip of my nose today. It's just gorgeous. And I will say that for all of these, they're so creamy, but 0% glitter. Like, there's not a drop of glitter anywhere in this palette. And I really appreciate that. Because if you watch my bottom 5 highlighters, which I'll link below, I hate glitter. And this is just so creamy and soft and super pigmented. But let's just, here. I'll do it with my left hand. So we have that, and you're like, yeah, but that's really extreme. But you can blend it. Look, it blends so nicely. And then you just have this like, oh, excuse me, what? Sorry, the light, excuse me? Like, it's gorgeous. So I love that. So that one's Fortune. Then we have this shade Destined, which is almost like a neutral, slightly taupey shade. It's quite unique in my collection, at least. It's I feel like it wants to be rosy, and it kind of is, but it's kind of neutral, kind of gold, kind of taupe. It's gorgeous. On the cheeks, I feel like this is definitely the most natural, but you can tell it's not super natural. It's not like one of my top 5. I did a video on my top 5 favorite highlighters, and one of them, or probably my number 1, is this Laura Mercier, what is it called? The Matte Radiance Baked Highlight in 01. I love this, but this is a very natural look. These don't look super like glittery or streaky, but they are very pigmented, and they are very obvious on the skin. And you can see that's pretty close to my skin tone. So this one is the most natural, but still shows up a lot. And the last shade we have is Star Reader. And this one's really cool. This is what I have on my cheeks. This one is the goldish one. But, okay, it's not duochrome. I'm not saying that. But it's got like, it's like a gold with like a slight gold shift. It's just quite interesting. Maybe you can pick it up more in the pan. No. Just trust me here. In person, it's like gold, but there's just like some iridescence or something to it. It's just beautiful. They're not powdery at all. They're super smooth, super creamy, super beautiful. So, that's our first. So now I'm going to go on the second. So the first one on the second is going to be Lost Soul. This is the weird one to me. It's totally matte. So soft. One of the softest blushes. But it's this weird brownie nude shade. Sorry, John texted me. I had to make sure it wasn't like it was all okay. And you can see it's right there. It's not that it's not pigmented, because it is. It's just very, very similar to my skin tone. I haven't swatched them beside each other, but I feel like this is going to be very similar to Hoola Light. So you could use it as a nude blush, but I've been using it as a contour. So, okay, again, not to sound obnoxious, but I have a little bit of a natural hollow in my cheeks, just even without makeup on. So, but I do have it there today and around my jawline, and I think it looks really nice. So that's how I've been using it. I feel like if you have a deep complexion, in my head this would work, and I'm sorry if this is going to sound really ignorant and you're like, nah girl, that's not going to be a thing. But like maybe to set your under eyes or to do like a matte highlight, you could do that. If you're like, because like I'll use like a straight up white powder. Like I've been using these two, Ghostly and Matey, from the eyeshadow palette. And I could tell if you have like a deeper complexion, like that's going to be too much. But maybe you could use this. Or a blush, or if it's the right tone, a setting powder. I don't know. This is the weird one. But the formulation is perfect. And like I said, I can use it. But I realize that I'm a narrow skin tone. Like, I feel like, I said this when I hauled this. I try my best to give you as informed reviews as possible, but I'm still only one skin tone. And I can guess how things would work on other people, but I don't really know. And next we have this blush, Caribbean. And this is a really pretty deep mauve blush. It is what I have on my cheeks today. There it is. It's beautiful. However, with the brush, it's not super pigmented. Well, so I have two blush brushes. I have the super soft Luxie Beauty one that I love. And then I have this BH Cosmetics one, which is still really soft, but it's denser and it's a little like harder. Like, it's still really nice. I really like this brush and I recommend it if you're looking for an inexpensive brush. But this is what I use for pigmented blushes, and this is what I use for not pigmented blushes. This is what I used to apply it today, and I feel like, I mean, you can tell I have on blush. It's really pretty. But don't use a super, super soft brush. Oh no! I have white stripes. I'm giving a presentation day, and I just put it upside down on the white. That was not very smart. Anyway, this blush is beautiful. I love a mauve pinky natural shade blush for me. Again, on super deep skin tones, I think it would show up. I do, if you built it. I think the highlighters would work for anybody. And so, you know, that's that. And the last shade is Bold Spirit, which in the pan, I was like, that's the one I'm not going to be able to use. I think blush toppers are weird. I think it's marketing to make you think you need another product. Or it's a way to justify buying something that doesn't really work for you, and you're like, I'll use it as a blush topper. Alright. So this is the shade Bold Spirit. You can see, this is the most metallic in my opinion, and it's a lot lighter than I thought it would be. This one is definitely rosy. And I can pull this off on my skin tone. So there it is. I used it yesterday, and I used it as a highlight. That's a little much for a blush topper in my opinion. So, overall thoughts. Gorgeous palette. I have loved using this. I've dug into every single shade, used them all multiple times. As I said, I could have just done a review a little, like, you know, a few days ago, but I really wanted to get some use out of it and try these products and make sure I gave you a solid review before you went out and, God forbid, bought something based on my review, and then it was like, yeah, I only used it twice, I don't really like it. I love this. I think it's super versatile. I think it's got a bunch of different options, and I think that someone with my skin tone can use this entire thing. If you're lighter than me, I also think you'll be very happy with it. Oh gosh, we're gonna have to flip it upside down. There we go. If you are, oh no, if you're darker than me, some of these shades will definitely work. I think these two, and I think these three highlighters, and this blush probably will. So you can probably get these four to work. This white might be a little ashy, I don't know. And this Lost Soul, I don't know. But for me, I love it. I'm super, super, super happy I bought it. It was $30 for 6 pans. That's $5 a pan. And to me, that's totally worth it. I can justify buying something if I know I'm going to use every single color, and I definitely think I will. So that's all I really have for you. I highly recommend this. I think it's money well spent if you have the right skin tone. As with all of these, make sure that you're going to use things before you buy it. Or you can be like me. I mean, like, I'm acting like I'm so like, ooh, like I told y'all, I was going to buy this, whether this could have a black highlighter like the Jeffree Star Black Eyes, isn't that, yeah. It could have like a black highlighter, a neon green blush, and some purple, I don't know, I wear a lot of purple. But you know, like, it could have like this most ridiculous things, and I was gonna be like, I gotta have it, it's Pirates of the Caribbean. So like, I get you. But if you are not as crazy as me, and you're like, I want to, you know, make sure I love it, I think you'd be really happy with this. I don't think you can knock the formulation. I think they're very pigmented, very blendable, very workable, no glitter. So, that's all I have for you today. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned. I have all 6 of the lip duos, and I also have the eyeshadow palette. I love this look that I came up with today. Really enjoying it. But yeah, I'm going to do full reviews, so check out that. And subscribe if you haven't, because I would really appreciate that. And yeah, that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all real soon. Bye.